Rain drizzled softly over the streets of Boston, painting the city in shades of gray. People hurried home beneath umbrellas, eager to escape the cold evening air. Ethan Carter sat alone on a wooden bench overlooking the Charles River. At 28 years old, he had everything most people dreamed of. A successful career. A beautiful apartment. Financial security. Yet there was one thing he had never been able to replace. Emma. 5 years had passed since she disappeared from his life. 5 long years. But not a single day had gone by without him thinking about her. As the rain continued to fall, Ethan closed his eyes and remembered the day they first met. It was their freshman year at university. The campus library was crowded because final exams were approaching. Ethan was searching for a psychology book when another hand reached for the same copy. He looked up. A girl with bright blue eyes and chestnut brown hair smiled at him. "Oh, sorry," she said. "No, it's okay," Ethan replied. "You can take it." She laughed. "How about we share it?" That was the beginning. Neither of them knew it at the time, but that simple moment would change their lives forever. Over the next few months, they became inseparable. They studied together, walked across campus together, shared coffee between classes, talked about their dreams for hours. Emma wanted to become a novelist. She carried a small notebook everywhere and constantly wrote ideas for stories. Ethan dreamed of becoming an architect and designing buildings that would inspire people. They encouraged each other, supported each other, believed in each other. And somewhere between late-night conversations and endless laughter, friendship turned into love. One autumn evening, they sat by the river watching leaves fall from the trees. Emma leaned her head against Ethan's shoulder. "This is my favorite place," she whispered. "Why?" Ethan asked. "Because every time I'm here with you, life feels perfect." Ethan smiled. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The world seemed to stop, and in that moment, Ethan realized something. He was completely in love with her. A year later, on the same riverbank, he finally told her. "I love you, Emma." She looked at him. Tears filled her eyes. "I've been waiting for you to say that." That night became one of the happiest moments of their lives. From then on, they imagined a future together. A small house, a family, a life built side by side. Everything seemed possible, until life changed. During their senior year, Emma's father became seriously ill. Doctors discovered a rare heart condition. He needed specialized treatment in Seattle. Her family had no choice but to move. The news shattered both of them. The night before she left, they met one last time at the river. Emma was crying. Ethan held her hand tightly. "I don't want you to go. I don't want to leave either," she whispered. "But I'll come back. You promise?" "I promise." Then she reached into her bag and handed him a small journal. Inside were dozens of handwritten notes. Every page contained memories of their relationship. At the end of the journal, she had written, "Distance cannot separate two people whose hearts belong to each other." Ethan looked at her. "I'll wait for you." Emma smiled through tears. "And I'll write to you every week." The next morning, she was gone. For the first few months, everything worked exactly as they planned. Letters arrived regularly, every week, sometimes twice a week. Emma described Seattle, the ocean, the mountains, her father's treatment, her hopes, her fears. Ethan wrote back immediately every time. Their love remained strong. The distance hurt, but they believed it was temporary. Then one day, something changed. A week passed, no letter, then another, still nothing. Ethan wasn't worried at first. Maybe she was busy, maybe the mail was delayed. But after a month, fear began to grow. He sent another letter. No reply. Then another. Nothing. Weeks turned into months. The silence became unbearable. Ethan called every number he had. None worked. He searched social media. No sign of Emma. It was as if she had vanished. Completely, the uncertainty hurt more than heartbreak. At least heartbreak comes with answers. Silence comes with questions. Questions that never stop. Did she stop loving him? Did she meet someone else? Was she okay? Was she even alive? Years passed. Eventually, Ethan forced himself to move forward. He graduated, started his career, built a successful life. But deep inside, a part of him remained frozen in time. A part of him was still standing beside that river, waiting for Emma to come back. And then, 5 years later, everything changed. One rainy evening, Ethan returned home after work. As he unlocked his apartment door, he noticed something unusual. A single envelope lay on the floor, just inside the doorway. It looked old, very old. The edges were yellow, the paper was slightly worn. His heart skipped a beat. He recognized the handwriting instantly. Emma, for a moment, he couldn't move. His hands began to shake. Slowly, he picked up the envelope. 5 years. 5 years of silence. And now this. He carefully opened it. Inside was a letter. A letter that would change everything.